It's a National Day of Truth and Reconciliation, Orange Shirt Day. It started with a story of Phyllis Webstad and her orange shirt and what it means in the legacy of residential schools.
This day is really about acknowledging the traumas of colonial history, making sure that people are aware of what actually transpired, and having conversations, no matter how difficult they may be.
People should know and understand that when we went to residential school, we were not allowed to practice our language, our culture, our traditions, our drumming, our dancing. I remember going through some of the darkest times, listening to residential school stories of sexual abuse and violence. And it's taken years for us to acknowledge for ourselves how much trauma that Indian residential schools put us through.
The plan was to make us forget our roots and who we are, and we're here still, we're survivors. I remember my dad always said, which translates into you hanging on to the language because that's our identity as a people. And that's so true.
Generation by generation, we're seeing people picking that drum back up and really embracing our history and our culture. So on this day of truth and reconciliation, I'm going to be able to, show my kids what being strong Indigenous people is about. I'm going to be singing the songs that come from our nation. I'm going to be speaking my language. I'm going to be honoring those that are still here and those that have passed on in a way that they can feel proud that they are Indigenous people themselves.
If you are going to move forward in making these reconciliatory acts, don't leave it up to Indigenous people to teach you. Show them that you're going to take the initiative in learning things on yourself, but then embracing the stories that you are bearing witness to.
I think it's one thing to know residential schools happened. It's another to do something about it. So, every year on September 30th, we need people to stand side by side and say, I'm with you.